Up everyone, it's Ricky Lopez here, and I just want to talk about a documentary that has gone very viral over these last few days, and it is Surviving R. Kelly. Okay, so let me just get things straight. Okay, in the last couple of years or so, I didn't know who R. Kelly was. I heard rumors here and there that he went out with, that he urinated in a girl's mouth, like, the whole tapes, scandal. That I heard about. However, I personally thought, well, I didn't really follow along, but I just kind of assumed that, he was innocent because, obviously he's still doing what he's doing right now. He's not in prison, so I just thought, maybe he was innocent. And then the Aaliyah situation came out. When the Aaliyah movie came out, that's when I began to, did research here and there. That apparently he married Aaliyah when she was very young, and so I just thought that was kind of, that was very sketchy. But it wasn't until a couple years ago when BuzzFeed did the whole thing about the sex cult. I was like, whoa, the sex cult, that thing really blew my mind. I was like, I was shocked, disgusted. It was just not cool. And now that I saw this whole documentary, I saw every episode about it, every episode on it, and I'm just like, I'm disgusted. I'm disappointed, I'm sad, I'm basically every emotion in the book except happy, okay? There is not a single, I was not happy at all when I was watching these documentaries. Okay, for those of you who do not know, these women, came forward and decided to do a documentary along with other people, who have worked with R. Kelly in the past, and then they pretty much just talked about how, what went on. And to me personally, I just hope, overall at the end of the day, I hope that he really does get prosecuted, because, bro, what you did was wrong, and he knew what he did was wrong, and he just needs to go to jail, lock him up, and throw away the key. However, I was actually more disappointed at the people. How in the world did you see this man do all this shady stuff in these last 20 years and not say nothing? However, now 20 years later, you decide you guys want to say something and, go against R. Kelly. And I'm just like, what? I just think it's disgusting that idiot Dimitri. There was a part of there were some people that I didn't like, period. That idiot Dimitri. Okay, apparently he was like, yeah, I falsified some papers to make it look like Aaliyah was 18 so that Aaliyah could get married to R. Kelly. And I'm just like, bro, how do you sleep at night? Bro, all these 20 years, how do you sleep at night knowing that you pretty much helped R. Kelly get married, married to Aaliyah? How are you up here, how are you not in jail? He needs to be locked up. I'm sorry, but to be falsifying stuff like that, no, you need to go to jail. Another person that really disgusted me was, I didn't like Torre, I didn't like Torre. It's funny how Torre had, he was the guy that interviewed R. Kelly for BET that was like, do you like teenage girls? And R. Kelly was like, define teenage. That guy, that interviewer. Yeah, apparently now, he knew something was fishy because R. Kelly's camp came to him and told him to not air this tape and whatever. And I'm just like, and then now 20 years later, he's talking about he knew what was going on and stuff. And I'm like, bro, have several seats, because you knew you knew something wasn't right, and now you're over here talking about how you want to talk about it now. It's like, that guy annoyed me. And then there were some issues with the police officers. Apparently some of the police officers tipped off R. Kelly, letting them know that they were gonna, go to a certain area, search his place and stuff. And they gave him, they tipped him. They were like, yo, we're coming over here. And I thought that was disgusting. Overall, I personally feel that, R. Kelly could lock him up, and all these other people that knew what was going on, like that Chad guy, the music producer, the guy who saw R. Kelly around the high school and stuff, and who went to some of his studios and saw some of these half-naked girls that looked underage. Yeah, him too. So overall, him along with the other bystanders, they need to go to jail. Okay, they need some type of punishment, because you knew what was going on, and I don't like it. I don't like it when these people just come all of a sudden and just start saying, yeah, he did it. I don't like that at all. For the record, let's get one thing straight. I'm not talking about the victims, the women that were abused at all. I'm not talking about them. Like, it takes guts and, you know, it takes time to build the strength to come forward and say these things. I'm talking about the people that just basically saw something weird and not say anything. You know, I'm talking about those people. The victims, I understand. It takes time. Like, you're a victim of domestic violence and emotional violence and all that. That takes time to heal from. And that I understand. And I condemn these women. Like, I'm happy for these women that come forward. My only thing is, I hope they're willing, you know, after he gets locked up, I hope he gets locked up. I hope they're willing to, you know, move forward with their lives and live, you know, the rest of their lives happy. Because after what they've been through, oh my gosh, I can't imagine. Oh, so overall, lock R. Kelly up, mute R. Kelly. And if you see something, say something. Don't be like these idiots coming forward 20 years later deciding to make a documentary about it. Okay? Because that just makes the case a little more complicated. Other than that, I'll see y'all next time.